Hi, if you're joining us, we're going to give it just a couple of minutes to wait for everyone to join. If you're just joining us, we're just giving it a couple of minutes to allow for everyone to join, and then we'll get started. Okay, let's get going. Thank you all so much for joining. My name is Ariana Vogel. I'm a Senior Director of Product Marketing here at Foursquare, and I work on overseeing our products which help brands and marketers leverage location data to drive campaign success and ROI. Let's go to the next slide. So today we'll be discussing insight-driven predictions for the upcoming holiday season and how to capitalize on these holiday shopper opportunities using real-world location behavior to drive success for your Q4 campaigns. We'll cover some market trends, targeting strategies, and how to leverage Foursquare attribution to optimize campaign performance throughout the holiday season to ensure you hit your KPIs. We'll also leave a few minutes at the end of the session for Q&A, which you can submit in the chat. Let's go to the next slide. So in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape, mastering the art of effective advertising campaigns is essential, especially during the busy holiday season. Overall retail spending is expected to rise 4.5% this year to $1.3 trillion for the 2023 holiday season. This webinar today is designed to give marketers, advertisers, and business owners valuable insight into the complexity of targeting and measuring campaigns during this crucial period. And with consumer behavior and competition undergoing significant shifts, understanding how to optimize your strategies for maximum impact is key to achieving success this holiday season. Let's go on to the next slide. So in terms of some market trends, consumer spending will continue to rise this 2023 holiday season. Inflation is not slowing down consumer spending, but rather has led shoppers to search for the best prices. Large savings events from retailers like Amazon, Target, Best Buy, and others will likely lead to adjacent sales for other retailers who seize the opportunity to attract consumers to their own sales events, both online and in store. And also, buy now, pay later is on the rise. So some shoppers will turn to buy now, pay later financing to make last minute purchases. Buy now, pay later is expected to represent 9% of orders this holiday season. And this prediction represents a significant but likely increase from 2022, when buy now, pay later sales represented 7% of all online orders. So if your e-commerce shop is not currently offering a buy now, pay later option, you might want to consider adding one. Let's go to the next slide for some more trends. According to eMarketer, brick and mortar holiday spending reached $1 trillion for the first time in 2022, a 3.9% gain from 2021. Thanksgiving weekend foot traffic rebounded from 2021 with a 17% increase year over the 5-day period. And even more notably, Black Friday saw a double-digit increase in traffic from 72.9 million shoppers proving that brick and mortar shopping is definitely back in business. So how can retailers respond to this industry shift? By embracing an omni-channel strategy, one that seamlessly bridges the gap between online and offline channels. Lastly, buy online, pickup in store will also drive incremental store purchases. Buy online, pickup in store, or BOPIS options gained popularity in 2020 and have remained essential for shoppers. BOPIS influences people to consider a particular retailer, with 39% of shoppers seeking out retailers who offer it. This omni-channel buying behavior shows that visibility and convenience are loyalty drivers. During the 2022 holiday shopping season, 1 in 5 online orders were fulfilled via BOPIS, surging to over 1 in 3 after shipping cutoff dates. It's expected that BOPIS will drive $28 billion in incremental global store sales when customers pick up their online orders. Let's go to the next slide. So let's dive into some of Foursquare's own insights on the upcoming holiday season derived from our own real-world location data. Let's go to the next slide to see. As expected, last holiday season saw a greater percentage of Americans shopping in store than in 2021. The biggest year-over-year increase in penetration actually occurred in October, increasing 3 points from 91% in October 2021 to 94% in October 2022. As discussed in our holiday shopping predictions report, which you can find on our website, shopping earlier in the year and shopping in store for deals were 2 of the ways that American consumers plan to combat rising inflation during the holiday season. Let's go to the next slide to talk more about retail. So, in addition to the popularity of retail categories changing from quarter to quarter throughout the year, consumer retail preferences shift throughout Q4 as well. At the start of Q4 2022, all retail categories actually saw below benchmark visitation, but big box stores, discount stores, they saw the smallest decline from the benchmark. However, once Black Friday sales started, shoe stores actually saw a major surge in foot traffic, followed by clothing stores and also electronics stores. Closer to Christmas, shoe stores continued to see the greatest lift in foot traffic, but clothing store visitation surged to keep pace with it. In terms of department stores, they saw the 3rd greatest lift in visitation closest to Christmas, signifying that shoppers are becoming anxious to complete their shopping lists all in one trip. Understanding all of these variations in product popularity can help retailers optimize the replenishment of inventory throughout the holiday season. One action for advertisers that could be taken from this would be to potentially increase budgets for certain products depending on the time of the season that it is. For example, promoting clothing versus shoes, or another idea could be adjusting creative and messaging to highlight last-minute one-stop shop messages very close to the holiday. Let's go to the next slide. So now in terms of Black Friday, one might assume that holiday shoppers who started their shopping during Black Friday did so to get most of their shopping done early. However, our location data reveals that that's not necessarily the case. On average, holiday shoppers who didn't shop during Black Friday weekend made only 11 visits to retail stores in December. But holiday shoppers who did start their shopping during Black Friday weekend made nearly twice as many trips, averaging 20 retail store visits in December. This makes them a highly valuable audience for retargeting later in the holiday season. But while consumers made more shopping trips and visited a wider variety of brands from one Black Friday to another, when consumers shopped during Black Friday weekend, excuse me, did not change from year to year. As we saw in both Black Friday weekend 2021 and 2022, Friday accounted for about 45% of all of the visits that weekend, while Saturday and Sunday each accounted for 31% and 24% respectively. So despite most retailers extending deals throughout the entire weekend, shoppers are eager to get a head start on Friday. Let's go to the next slide to talk about other categories. So looking beyond retail, what are some trends that we see for the QSR category going into holiday? What we find in our data is that older diners prefer to dine in, often at casual dining restaurants during the holidays, where younger diners actually prefer a cheaper, quicker bite, usually at a QSR. These trends are pretty consistent with behavior that we see much of the year, but they hold true in Q4. Wealth and access to disposable income are likely influencing factors in this age distinction, especially with younger consumers more likely to be budgeting around the holidays for gift purchases and travel expenses. Let's go to the next slide to talk about travel. So in terms of travel trends, many Americans, as we know, have more time off towards the end of Q4 as they begin holiday breaks and time off of school, making it the perfect time to go on vacation. However, for several travel categories, peak visitation for the quarter actually occurs earlier on in October. As Q4 holidays are centered more around spending time with family, it's likely that many people are hunkering down at the home of loved ones instead of going on larger vacations at the end of the quarter. Airports are actually the only category that we see peak visitation during the height of the holiday season, with a 10% increase on December 22nd in particular. This is as people are traveling across the country to stay with loved ones. In Q4 2022, Americans over 45 made 23 to 46% more visits to airports than expected relative to all of the other POI in our data set. Additionally, ski resorts are a popular destination for Thanksgiving trips, we've come to find. Though Thanksgiving is primarily a time to gather around a meal in the home of loved ones, some Americans are taking advantage of that time off to enjoy a quick trip. With the weather getting colder, skiing is a popular form of entertainment for Thanksgiving travelers. Compared to the 3 weeks prior in November, we found that the ski-related destinations you see over on the right see an uptick in visitation during that week of Thanksgiving. And one additional insight, in our data, we actually see that travel category visitation increases actually tend to be higher pushing into the new year and even January, February, likely due to shifting trends around work from home schedules and also travel costs around the holidays. So what that means is that there's an opportunity to continue marketing to travelers, even extending into the new year, not just around the holidays. Let's go to the next slide. So how should we think about applying all of these insights to your holiday campaigns? Let's go to the next slide. Here are just some of the ways that Foursquare can help. Firstly, use all of these insights that we've just gone over to inform how you segment your audiences. Consider how might you influence buyer behavior during the path to purchase by targeting things like complementary chains or place categories that consumers tend to visit before or after your brand. And then also, how might competitive conquesting fit into your strategy, especially during the holidays when shoppers are likely to make between 10 and 20 different retail visits on average during December? And also, do you have a strategy for reaching consumers in real time? With Foursquare Proximity, you can identify consumers in and around store locations to drive them to purchase specific products. Alternatively, real-time location can also be treated as a geo-contextual signal, meaning it offers you an opportunity to connect with consumers in moments of key receptivity for your message, such as reaching them in the midst of a holiday road trip or in the midst of a grocery shopping run for a holiday meal or out socializing at a holiday dinner. Let's go to the next slide to talk more about targeting. Our targeting products, audience and proximity, are the perfect complementary solutions for reaching new, lapsed, and loyal customers this holiday. Foursquare Audience helps you build those highly customized and scalable audiences based on real-world consumer behavior. They can be activated across screens and channels, including direct integrations with all major DSPs, DMPs, social channels, and so much more. So also, if you find yourself with incremental spend available in the midst of Q4, we also have over 1,200 pre-built, ready-to-use audiences, with many of them being hand-tailored and perfect for holiday strategies that are available in many platforms for instant activation. Foursquare Proximity brings that real-time component we were talking about, offering the ability to build accurate, custom geofences to reach your consumers in geo-contextual moments and activate them across your entire programmatic buy. With both audience and proximity, we have self-serve UIs that allow you to design your segments, and we also offer the support to build on your behalf should you prefer our location expertise. Let's go to the next slide to talk a little bit more about measuring. So once you've aligned on your targeting strategy, the next step is taking the time upfront to design a plan as to how you'll measure success on that strategy, and most importantly, optimize throughout your campaign to ensure that you're limiting budget wastage, making the use of every single ad dollar, and capitalizing on as many opportunities for growth as possible. Here are some questions on this slide we here at Foursquare recommend all of our customers take into consideration when defining their measurement plan. And our team will always work alongside you to help build out this strategy. Two examples of these that I'll call out include what metrics or KPIs are the most important to your client or brand's business goals. We want to set up a plan that is optimizing towards the right metrics for those specific goals. And then how are your varied marketing channels all working together? Foursquare Attribution offers omni-channel insight into your different channels, whether that be CTV, social, digital, streaming audio, and more. So understanding the goals for your entire plan helps us and your team better unlock pockets of untapped opportunity to better allocate that budget across all of those different channels. Let's go to the next slide. So with your plan in place and campaign in flight, keep these best practices in mind this holiday season. First, work with Foursquare to create custom reports within your attribution UI. This is so important and a great tip for holiday. Beyond our standard views, the Foursquare team can assist you in creating custom reports that are tailored to those key metrics you defined in your measurement plan, so that the insights that you care about most are right at your fingertips. And then once you have those custom reports, keep tabs on all of these trends mid-flight. So if you're treating your attribution solution as a report card at the end of your campaign, you're likely missing out on a lot of opportunities. We recommend reviewing Foursquare's reporting on an ongoing basis throughout the campaign, ideally weekly. And by doing this, this allows you to dig in deeper to find valuable insights beyond the top line metrics, such as overall visitation or overall behavioral lift, and get more specific. What we find is that often certain partners or channels or markets or creative is driving superior performance than just the overall campaign, and assessing success through these more detailed cuts can offer mid-flight optimization insights. And then lastly, once you uncover these insights, we recommend focusing on just a few adjustments at a time to shift budget slowly so as to narrow the impact on the overall campaign. We want you to treat these like a test and learn. So in summary, we hope that these insights and tips have inspired you with ideas as to how you might plan to win this holiday season, and we would love to help you bring it to fruition. So we'll take just a couple minutes right now for some Q&A. Okay, so one question. Does Foursquare provide insights on other seasons besides the holidays? Yes, we absolutely do. We actually publish seasonal guides for each upcoming quarter with insights on a number of different verticals and categories and industries. You can find all of these on our website at location.foursquare.com under the resources tab. And you can also, if you navigate there, you'll find the report where many of the insights from this specific presentation were pulled from. So if you want to take a deeper look, you can either find it there or get in touch with our team. Great. I think that's all the time we have for questions today. If there's something that we didn't get a chance to answer, or this presentation spurred further questions or interest in getting in touch with our team, we'll be in touch to follow up. We'll send out this recording, and you can also get in touch with us at our website to learn more. Thank you all so much for joining. Let's go to one last slide quickly. Lastly, while we have you here, we'd love to have you join us for an upcoming event. You can join us on October 12th for an exciting session with Atmosfy to hear about how they leverage Foursquare to build an awesome discovery app. So thank you all for joining. Have a wonderful holiday season, and we look forward to seeing you soon.